So we are going to see another way of combining data tables. We have seen how to use a merge. Okay, we can match rows from different tables by a single data field. And when those rows matched based on that data field, the columns from the second data table is going to be put in to join the columns of the first table side by side. Okay. Here, instead, I'm going to introduce another way, which is called appending. Okay, appending does not need you to match rows based on a particular data field. Instead, you're basically just adding the rows from the second data set to the rows in the first data set. Okay, then the first data set is going to be a longer table, which includes the rows from the second data set. So to illustrate this point, I'm going to still use the Wikipedia population dataset. I'm going to load them into my Power BI. Again, takes a few seconds. Power BI is going to take a look at the tables from that website, and we're going to import those three tables, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to use transform data. Don't click on load because there's some transformation we need to do. Okay, transform data, and I'm going to have those tables here. And again, I'm going to transform them. First, I'm going to use the first row as the header for the columns, and I'm going to delete those percentage change columns. So I'll delete them. Okay, this is table 2 and table 3. I'm doing the same thing. I use first row as the headers and deleting those percentage change columns. Again, once you select all the columns, just right click on one of the headers and click on remove columns. For table 4, I'm going to do the same thing. Use the first row as headers and delete those percentage change columns. All right, and so in the merge operation, we merged based on the country name. Okay, for example, we merged table 2 with table 3 based on the country name. So because table 3 contains data from 1985 to 2015, so once you merge table 3 with table 2, the columns of table 3, basically the years 1985 to 2015, is going to be put in to join table 2. So table 2, for each country, you're going to have not just from 1950 to 1980, but also the columns from table 3, which is 1985 to 2015. Okay, so that's how the merge is done. Basically, you need to merge the rows based on a particular data field. So here we use the country name as the data field to match table 2 with table 3. Then table 3's columns for the matched row is going to be put into table 2 and join table 2's columns side by side. So here, instead of doing a merge, we're going to do a appending. Okay, but before we do the appending, we are going to first unpivot those tables. Okay, unpivot means I'm going to have for each country, I'm not going to have just one row showing this country. Okay, I'm going to have several rows, each row being a particular year. So the first column is going to be the country names. The second column is going to be for each country I'll have from year 1950 to 1980. Okay, then the third column is going to be the population for a particular country in a particular year. All right, so we have done unpivoting before I will show you how to do that again. So click on this first year, 1950, and press the Shift button and roll down to the last column and click it again. Alright, now this year columns are being selected. Now you can go to Unpivot Columns. So this unpivoting is done. You can see for each country, okay, Afghanistan I have from year 1950 to 1980, and then for each year, I'm going to have the population data for Afghanistan in that year. Okay, so I'm going to rename this attribute to year, and I'm going to rename this to population. I'm going to do the same for table 3. I'm going to unpivot those columns. I'm going to Control Shift and select the entire range of columns, and I'm going to then unpivot. Again, I'm going to rename this year. Double clicking on the header, and you can rename them population here. Table 4, I'm going to do the same thing. Select all the year columns and unpivot those columns, and rename the column names. So here, year 4 has Afghanistan from 2020 to 2050. Basically, I'm going to append table 4 to table 3. So table 3 have Afghanistan from 85 to 2015. So I'm basically adding the rows in table 4, which is from year 2020 to year 2050, to the rows in table 3, which has year from 1985 to 2015. So after this adding rows from table 4 to table 3, then I will have a bigger table which contains for each country the year is going to be from 1985 all the way to 2050. Okay, basically for each country I will have both rows from the table 3, which has years from 1985 to 2015, and the rows from table 4, which contains years from 2020 to 2050. Okay, so that's appending. So let's see how we can append 3 tables together into one big table. Okay, so there's a Home tab and there's Append Queries. All right. Before we click on this Append Queries, I want you to first select on table 2. So the starting point is going to be table 2, and we're going to add basically or append table 3 and table 4 with table 2. All right. So the starting point is chosen as table 2, and we can click on Append Queries, append as new. All right. So now here we have this dialog box. Append means concatenate rows from 2 tables into a single table. Okay. It allows you to do 2 tables or 3 or more tables. Okay. So because we have table 2, table 3, table 4, 3 tables, so I'm going to choose this option. All right. And here I have table 2 already listed here. All right. So I'm going to add table 3 and control table 4, and I'm going to add these 2 tables here. So now these 3 tables are going to be appended together. Now I'm going to click on OK. So this append 1 is the newly constructed table which contains all the 3 tables concatenated together. All right. So you probably didn't see this here yet. If you click on Sort Ascending, okay, now you have Afghanistan and all the years. All right. And if you sort on year, okay, you see Afghanistan from 1950 all the way to 2050. Okay, so that's the way you can you basically stacked all the 3 tables together. Okay, so let me rename this double click on this name. I'll call it table 2 and 3 and 4. And now, well, again, the population is in the units of thousands. So I want to do a exercise we did before, right? We multiply this column by 1000. So to do that, go to transform, standard, multiply by 1000. Okay, type 1000 in this value box and click on OK. Now the population is gonna be in terms of unit of 1, and you want to change the type instead of this decimal number. You want to make it whole number. Okay, and for this year column again, instead of the text, I want to make it whole number. So that's how you change the type of those two columns. Now everything looks good. I'm going to, again, Home tab, I'm going to close and apply. Then this whole exercise, starting from loading the data from the web page to transforming the data sets and appending the 3 tables together, all those exercises are going to be implemented, and the new data is going to be put into the Power BI desktop. So I'm going to click on this, close and apply. All right, now if I switch to the Power BI desktop, you can see the tables are being constructed and appended together. It'll take a few seconds. All right. Now you can see all those 3 original tables together with the appended table are listed here, and you can use those data sets to construct your visuals.